I am so excited for today's video. I am so excited for what I have here in front of me. One of my favorite brands, Flower Nose, reached out to me and they asked me if they could send me PR and if I wanted to be part of their affiliate program. I still cannot believe it. I don't know how this is real. I feel like I am not worthy of the amount of makeup, of the amount of beautiful makeup that they sent to me. I am so grateful. Flower Nose is a brand that I've been reviewing for a little over a year now. I think I've reviewed all of their collections since I started because it's just such a fantastic, like fairy tale like beautiful intricate brand, and I love the formulas. So I have here a box full of makeup. They did ask me what I wanted because they saw on my channel that I did have a lot of their products, so I'm very thankful that I could actually pick and choose. But I haven't opened these products yet. We're gonna be doing that together. I did take up the plastic because I didn't want to sit here for like 2 hours just removing plastic, but I haven't like opened the boxes. We are gonna get into a bunch of different products from different lines within their brand. I wanted to share this moment with you because I feel like it is a very special moment for my channel. I just feel like this makes it all worth it. This makes all of the work worth it, and just all of the times that I doubted myself. This has really like shown me that what I'm doing is leading somewhere, and I'm just very excited. We are gonna get into this makeup. As I said, I did get things from like different collections. I did get a few things from the recent collection as well, because there were a few things that I kind of like skipped because I was a little unsure about the colors, because I was like, I have to draw the line somewhere. I mean, this makeup isn't super expensive for what you're getting. I think it's definitely worth the price. And when you buy it like kind of early, when they have launched it, like in the first 2 weeks, you get like 10% off usually. I, by the way, also have a discount code. It's code Marley. You get 5% off. I get a little bit of a kickback. But so I got a few things from the new collection as well. I honestly feel like this is not real. What is happening right now is not real. So I got another one of these Flower Nose Midsummer Fairy Tales Collection Velvet Embossed Blush. I told you in my video where I was just talking about what I wanted to pick up from this collection that this minty green one looked so good, but I was a little bit scared that it was maybe gonna be a little bit too warm, and I didn't want to buy 2 blushes at the time. So I decided to pick up the shade 05. So the packaging of this is just absolutely gorgeous. It is just so beautiful. I love this type of green, like this type of mint. You have like a bluer mint, and this is really like a very green mint, and this is just one of my favorite colors in the whole world. And I just think that the theming of this fairy collection is so beautiful. So this is what the actual blush looks like. The embossing, once again, stunning. I am thinking this is gonna be kind of like a bronzer for me, kind of like a peachy bronzer. Flower Nose doesn't really do bronzers. Maybe they've had some in the past, but they haven't done that recently, and I think this is gonna be a good one to use for that. Seems a little similar in color to the lightest shade in the NYX Buttermelt bronzers, the one in Buttercup, kind of like peachy. Okay, I'm just gonna swatch it. I'm just gonna swatch things as we go. So it is quite like peachy, but I think it's gonna be a really nice kind of like subtle bronzing up shade. Next up, I have here an eyeshadow palette, and this is from the Moonlight Mermaid series. I really love the eyeshadow palettes that I have from the Moonlight Mermaid series already. This was the first series that I have tried. A lot of things from the series are still available. Like, this is a brand that basically does limited editions. Things usually don't stay around forever, but they stay around for a little while. But if you want to be sure that you are able to get something, you might want to buy it earlier rather than later. So this is the 5-color jewelry eyeshadow palette, and this is in 02 Celestial Castle. So I have to be honest, I kind of forgot what I did in the end because I had so many options and I was making a list and changing it. The packaging of the Moonlight Mermaid series eyeshadow palettes is just so beautiful, and I already love this just because how beautiful this packaging looks. Look at this. It is so iridescent. It has kind of like these softer pastels. It looks a little bit like watercolor. I love this packaging, and it also feels pretty weighty. I really like the quality of this brand so much, and just I love like fairies, fairy tales, mermaids, fantastical mythical creatures, things like that. So this is so like up my alley. That's why I always review this brand. All right, I got this kind of like neutral palette, but it has something a little bit more like a rosy with this shade. It's not like super warm, but it is leaning warm. Now that I'm looking at it, it's kind of like a mini version. It seems like a mini version of the Natasha Denona I Need a Nude. This shimmer in the middle looks absolutely amazing. I'm gonna swatch that actually. That is super, super shiny. It seems to be kind of like a neutral flipping to a kind of like bluish silver. It has something warm toned and cool toned. I actually think that I could do a lot of like daily looks with this palette. Like if you take this one away, it is a very neutral palette, and I do love like truly neutral nude eyeshadow. So I'm very happy actually with how that is looking. And I'm very happy that I get to try some colors and some color stories that I didn't go for at first. And I mean, I have to draw the line somewhere when I buy from their collections. So I'm happy that I can still try this. Like they gave me the options to try a lot of things that I was super excited about, but I was like, okay, cannot buy everything. Then I have here something that I've been eyeing for such a long time, and this was also such a popular collection. This is the Flower Nose Strawberry Rococo series embossed blush in 05 Berry May. This is their original Strawberry Rococo collection, so not the Strawberry Rococo Violet, which I did really love. That's a great collection. And this is just such a beautiful packaging. I love strawberries. Like strawberries, if it's on something, if something is strawberry themed, sign me up. I also have a strawberry dress, and every time I wear it, I'm just so excited. I love strawberries. It's just so cute, fun, makes me think of summer, of picnics. It just has all the vibes. And then the actual color of this is kind of like a rosy pink, a little deeper for Flower Nose. I recently tried a blush from the Midsummer Fairy Tales collection, and for some reason when I tried that blush, it really clicked for me. I really think that is such a beautiful blush. So I decided to dabble in a little bit more like blushes here, because this is a very blurring, beautifully smooth formula. Just the first one that I tried was a little light for me, but I feel like now I'm kind of like getting the shades that work for me. So very excited about that. All right, next up I have here the Midsummer Fairy Tales collection liquid highlighter, and this is in 01 Moonlight Swing. So I have the multi-chrome highlighter, and even though it's really beautiful, I find it a little bit hard to place because it's so colorful. It's a little bit of a like struggle, more than I expected to use that one. It's very colorful, it's very shifty. So I wanted to try another shade to really make up my mind about this formula. So I got the shade that is a little bit more like a champagne, and ooh, that looks really beautiful actually. It's very cool toned. It's a very light, almost like ballet pink mixed with a little bit of champagne. That looks stunning actually. I'm blending that out a little bit. So that is what that is looking like. I'm gonna insert some swatches as well, and I'm gonna also do a look at the end. That's why I'm not wearing any makeup yet. I want to try some of these things. Ooh, that is looking really nice. I feel like this is gonna be a little easier to use. I feel like after trying this one, I will really be able to make up my mind about this formula. We're gonna see. I'm gonna update you on that, of course. Next up, I have here another blush. So this is another one of the Midsummer Fairy Tales collection, and this is another embossed blush. This is in the lilac packaging. I think I asked for a lighter shade of pink, because I do have kind of like a deeper shade of pink in this. And this is the one in 03. What's the name of this one? Ballet Fairy. So I'm really trying all the different shades and to see how I feel. This, once again, this packaging is just beautiful. I just want to like display it. I just want, like, my inner child is like so happy right now. If I would have had this when I was a child, I would have been just ecstatic. I would have loved it, and I still love it. Like, this is so up my alley. So this is kind of like a lighter peachy pink. Very cute. I really love the color of that. We're gonna do a little swatch. The embossing is so beautiful, so it's a little lighter, but I've also been experimenting a little bit with like using multiple blush colors in different like areas. Apply the most blush on the apples and then a softer color kind of like over here, so to like make my face a little longer because I have a square face. And I feel like lighter blushes like this, they really have a place in my collection, even if I don't wear them totally on their own. But we're gonna see, maybe this will work on its own. It doesn't seem like super light. All right, this is definitely something I wouldn't have picked up on my own, but now that I got the chance to pick some things, I was like, I really want to try this. So this is the Swan Ballet series Music Box Loose Setting Powder, and this is in 02 Flower Fairy, and this is the lilac shade. And I've never tried a lilac powder, but when I saw that they had this lilac powder, I was like, I think this is my chance. I think I have to do this. Also, the packaging of this is just immaculate. It's so beautiful. Like, look at the top of this. Like, this is so gorgeous. Sometimes I kind of feel like this brand was made for me. All right, let's open this up and see what we're getting. Okay, it has a super cute poof. And then we have the lid. Oh, you have to open it up. It's kind of like this plasticky. Ooh, powder's flying out. Gotta be careful. Oh, okay. There we have it. It's a lilac powder. And I do have like a neutral to cool undertone. And I feel like lilac really brightens up my face when I apply like a lilac eyeshadow, a lilac highlighter, a lilac blush. And this looks really good. Like, I like this packaging a lot. It has that kind of like fabric sifter. Has a like slight scent to it. The poof looks really cute. I'm gonna put that on top. I'm gonna close this again before I spill it everywhere, but this looks absolutely amazing. It does look like a music box. They did such a good job with it. Can't wait to try it. Then I have here the Flower Nose Swan Ballet series 6 color makeup palette in White Swan. So the one in Pink Swan is one of my favorite eyeshadow palettes in my collection. I love it so much because the tones in it are just beautiful. The shimmers in it are so impactful, so sparkly, so shiny. Like, sometimes the shimmers by Flower Nose can be a little softer, but these are super impactful. So this is what the packaging looks like. It is more of a cream packaging. The other one that I have has this all in pink, in a light pink. Looks really nice. I really love the Swan Ballet series. And then let's open it up, and we have kind of like, it's a little bit more of a warmer toned neutral palette. It has some peaches, it has a warmer brown, it has kind of like a ivory shade and this kind of like peachy pink shimmer as well. So I really want to swatch these shimmers because ooh, that is the ivory shade. That is so nice, very impactful. And then this is the peachy shade. Ooh, that is really pretty. So this is definitely why I wanted to grab this palette. I've been eyeing this palette for such a long time, but just the shimmer formula in this series is so beautiful, and I feel like you can kind of make it a little bit more of a peachy look without it being like super orangey or super like in your face. So I think I'm really gonna enjoy this color story. It's a little different for me. It's definitely a little bit more warm than the Pink Swan, but I'm so excited. Okay, next up, this is like the 5th shade I have in this line because I love this lip formula so much. I think this is probably in my top 3 at least of sheer shiny lip products because this actually stays a long time. It's really comfortable. I really like this formula. So this is the Flower Nose Swan Ballet series Shine Lipstick, and I got shade B06 Blue Ribbon. I recently actually bought 2 more shades on sale. I already bought 2 shades like when this collection first came out. I'm so into this formula, and this is quite a bulky packaging, but I love it still. Like, it's still really cool. And this is kind of like a raspberry shade. A little bit like red with a little bit of pink in it. I love this formula so much. Ooh, I got another highlighter. I think actually that this is gonna be the one I'm gonna try out today in the demo. So this is the Little Angel Collection Embossed Highlighter, and I got 01 Eris's Fable. I have 02, I think. I bought that when the collection just came out, and this is a little bit of a lighter shade, and this is gonna be really nice when I'm a little bit more fair. Packaging of this is just so beautiful. I love the packaging of the Little Angel collection. It feels super weighty. I love the shimmering background of this, and then the little angels at the front, the raised angels. I cannot even choose which collection has the best packaging for me, but I don't know, they did a really great job with the Little Angel collection. So this is kind of like this very, very pale pink, mixed in with a little bit of a champagne powder highlighter. The one that I have is a little deeper, but I wanted a kind of like a lighter shade because this is really nice for me in like the winter and spring when I am at my fairest. And this is just a very, very smooth formula. This is a very beautiful highlighter. I cannot wait to put this on my face. And we are on to the last product from this haul, and this is the Flower Nose Moonlight Mermaid series 5-color jewelry eyeshadow palette. So I have another one of these mermaid eyeshadow palettes, and I think this was the cool tone neutral one with a pop of blue. Is that what I ordered? I think so. Or what I ordered, what I asked for. Okay, this is a similar packaging to the first one that I unpacked, but you can see like what kind of color to expect from the outside, which I think is really nice because you kind of know what you're grabbing for. And I think, yes. Okay, we have the blue. I love these middle shades. And then you have kind of like the cool toned neutrals to kind of like build the look, like have the base for the look. This is so nice. I do think I'm probably gonna do a little bit of a neutral look today, but I'm definitely also gonna be doing a look with this soon because I love the look of those blues. All right, let's do a look. I already applied some eye primer. I was thinking I wasn't gonna apply any concealer or foundation because I'm gonna be like a little cycling adventure this afternoon, but because I wanna like try a little bit of that lilac powder, I'm gonna apply just a tiny bit, just a little bit. Okay, so that is the concealer. Let's just apply the tiniest bit of the powder. It's so cute, it's so cute. I have just a little bit on the puff. Gonna apply that at both sides. How's it looking? I feel like it is subtle. The puff is really soft. It's a subtle effect, but I think I like it. It's quite a cool tone powder. It feels good, very smooth. Color is subtle, but also I don't want to be my under eyes to be like truly, truly purple. I think this is cute. I'm gonna use it more. I'm gonna try it more. We're gonna see how I'm gonna feel. Like, I'm gonna powder my face a little more with that on other days when I am actually gonna be wearing some more like coverage on my face. But I do feel like it can add a lot of brightness, especially if you're a little bit more fair and cool toned. That can be really nice. Alright, I really want to get into this palette, the one in 02 Celestial Castle from the Mermaid series. I really want to grab that, and then I'm gonna probably combine that with a little bit of the Swan Ballet in White Swan. So I'm gonna start out with this shade, which looks like such a good everyday shade. I'm gonna grab a EO2 from Cinch, and I'm gonna just start with that in the crease. And I really want to see like how the undertones in this palette are, but I'm already seeing like this is an undertone that I really, really love in my eye looks, because it's soft. It's neutral. It isn't gray. It isn't warm toned. It isn't peachy. Just a perfect neutral shade. Alright, I'm loving how this is looking so far. I'm just gonna go into the deepening up shade in the palette with the same brush. I don't think this is gonna be super deep, but I think that is also why this brand works so well for me, because I don't always want a super deep look. I love kind of like mid-toned looks as well, as long as there's still some contrast. I still want like a bit of a lighter shade than in the inner part of my lid or in the inner corner to kind of contrast that. But for me, it doesn't have to go that deep. I am gonna blend it a little bit with a clean brush. Just the edges, and that is blending really well. I am gonna go into this shimmer because this shimmer looks out of this world amazing, really beautiful. I'm just gonna apply that more in the middle. I just love the kind of flip that this has, and it is very shimmery, it is very sparkly. Ooh, that is a beautiful shimmer. It's definitely more of a topper shade, but I feel like that just takes the palette to another level. And you can apply, for example, like this, a more rosy shade underneath that, and give it a little bit of a different like tint. Let's go into the Swan Ballet palette, and I am gonna apply the more peachy shade, I think, in the inner corner, and just take it up a little higher. This is also so beautiful, and this one is a little bit more like subtle in the sparkle, but it's very shiny. Like the sparkle pieces of this shade are a little smaller. Very beautiful. I think that could also be a really nice face highlighter. This is really up my alley. I really love these kinds of tones. I'm gonna grab the deep brown from the blue palette, the one in Moonlight Land. And I'm gonna use that as a shadow liner. Just adding a little bit of depth. I don't want the look to actually be dark, but I do want a little bit of like definition. I really love how this eye look came out, especially for like the more active afternoon I'm gonna be having. Like I want the look to kind of fit the theme. Alright, as I said, I want to use this as a bronzer. This was the Midsummer Fairy Tales Velvet Embossed Blush in 05. I hope it's not gonna pull too warm, but I think it's more peachy than anything else. So we are gonna be trying this, and I'm gonna grab a Singe F05. And let's see. Yeah, it's pretty subtle, so I think it's gonna work really well. It's kind of like a bronzer, but a bronzer for me also just works as a bronzer, and it's very, very blurring. It's very perfecting, and I can take quite a bit. I'm not going overboard. I think this is gonna be super nice in the winter. Super, super nice. Little on the forehead as well. You see that mattifying, perfecting, blurring. Ooh, I love a little bit of peachy like this. Like sometimes something very bronzy can be a little like taking over the look. I sometimes go for that, but not always. Okay, and then I want to... Ooh, what do I want to use? Maybe I want to actually use the Berry May blush, because I've been eyeing this for years. For like 2 years. Like this is such a beautiful looking blush, and I want to know, was all the pining worth it? So we're gonna use this on the apples, and we're gonna add a little bit of glow in a bit with the highlighter from the Little Angel collection. This is beautiful. It's very matte, so if you don't like a matte blush, like, be warned, this might not be your formula, but it's very perfecting. Like this is a very like K-beauty, C-beauty type of blurring matte blush formula. Ooh, I actually think that is really cute. I don't feel like that is too light. That is really nice. I feel very cute in this. Yes, yes. Alright, the highlighter in Eros Fable. I cannot wait to put this on my face. I'm gonna grab a highlighter brush. I'm gonna grab the Singe F01. Is this the F01? Oh, F07. I was a bit confused there. And I'm gonna take a little of the highlighter and apply that right over here. That is such an angelic glow. I do like that. This is a beautiful highlighter. I'm applying it a little bit more subtly, but you can definitely build it up. It's very smooth. And I feel like this fits my skin tone very well. I really like the combination with that blush. I have applied it kind of subtly, but you can, as I said, build it up. This is really cute. I'm just gonna add a little bit of this blush as well. I just want to see how that looks. And I'm gonna apply that a little higher as well. Alright, I just did my brows. I really love how the cheeks are looking. I just like that added bit of shine, but I do think I want to add a little bit more just to show you what this can do. It's so smooth. I love this. I love this one. Maybe I love this one even more than the other shade that I have. But with Flower Nose, I can never see it in real life. I don't know if it's visible like anywhere in real life, if you can buy it anywhere in store, maybe like at Urban Outfitters, I think, maybe, but not in the Netherlands if that is the case. So it's always kind of like guessing what's gonna be your best shade. I really love this highlighter. This is such a fresh look. And then lastly for this video, I'm gonna be applying this Swan Ballet Shine Lipstick in BO6 Blue Ribbon. Ooh, I haven't even swatched this in the haul part, but you're gonna see it now. Oh, that is super pigmented. That is definitely the most pigmented one I have from this range, but I don't mind it because this range is very like grippy, like it grips to the lips. I'm feeling like I want a little bit of a lip liner. I'm gonna grab a Rosy Feels Rosy by Catrice from the Plumping Lip Liners. I hope this is still gonna grab on to my lips. Okay, that is super cute. I do feel like, do I need even more blush? I don't know. Do I need more? Like sometimes I think I need more and I just really go too crazy. Maybe a little bit more of the Berry Maid. Just a little. Just right here. I'm just layering and layering and layering. Sometimes I watch back footage and I'm like, what have you done now? Why was that necessary? It was good before and now you ruined it. Okay, I'm liking it now. I'm liking it. This is a fresh look. It kind of feels, it feels summery. It feels fresh. It feels colorful. So this is gonna be the finished look. Thank you so much to Flower Nose for sending me this PR haul. I am so excited to dive into these products even more. I just feel like I get to try some things that I otherwise wouldn't, that I'm still like really gonna love. I love my look. I think it came out beautifully. This is just such a fun, beautiful brand. I'm such a fan, honestly. That is why I have been buying all of their collections the past 2 years or so. I am just so excited for this. Okay, thank you so much for watching and I will see you in my next one. Bye bye.